and hate on him just because he got all this fucking money. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? He got out the hood. You know what I'm saying? He got kids. He taking care of his babies. You know what I'm saying? And much respect for that shit. But, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I do got one last question for you guys, though.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask this one to Yanks first. Okay. What's the one person who you think came out in the mainstream that started killing mainstream hip-hop?
Like, destroying it?
That started the decline of mainstream hip-hop. And don't say V Nasty, because that bitch ain't never gonna be mainstream.
V Nasty, who is that?
Yeah, go YouTuber. Go YouTube one long tooth.
You talk about the white girl?
Yeah.
She uses the N-word.
Yeah.
No. Personally, mainstream started getting destroyed. This is my personal opinion. You're probably going to disagree with me, but I would say Drake and Nicki Minaj.
Drake?
What you think, Kilo?
It's not really a person.
Okay.
It's a fucking system for me. It's fucking auto-tune.
You think auto-tune? All right.
That's a good.
You know what? The one artist that I think started the decline of hip hop was Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy.
Yep. Because Soulja Boy came in with that bullshit, man. Granted, yeah, I give him this. He doing something for the young cats. All these young cats love Soulja Boy. Blah 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 blah. But I mean, let's be real. He's basically turned fucking the mainstream into what it is, with this motherfucking bullshit of that all the way turned up. That bullshit, yeah. Soulja Boy's motherfucking doing the Dougie shit. Yeah, I'm the one who originated the fucking Dougie, but that's another motherfucking story. Since it was stolen from me, motherfucking Soulja Boy took his shit and turned it into something that I fucking despise, and that's a fucking dance track. Then AV in the Blog TV said it like the stanky leg. Soulja Boy started all this shit off, man, and I think that's been the decline of the mainstream.
You can go ahead, Kilo.
I mean, for me, I know Yankees fans said Drake. I think the only reason I don't say Drake killed hip hop is because he gets a lot of respect from the underground artists in hip hop. He gets a lot of respect from people in Houston and people like that. But somebody on Blog TV said Drake is fake. Drake is not fake. Drake is actually being who he is. That's who Drake is.
I didn't know that they had hoods in Toronto.
That's what I'm saying. He can't be fake. He comes from Toronto, Canada, people. I mean, he's a fucking actor. So he's just being who he is. I never heard him say he's gonna shoot somebody or something like that. I never heard Drake say that.
Yeah.
But I think Drake gets a lot of love from people in the underground or something like that. That's the only reason I don't think he wouldn't kill it. But
Drake gets love because he's lyrical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I respect him for that, but like you said, he doesn't come off as a tough guy. You know what I mean? But I think that's the decline, because in hip hop you got to hold it down for your crown. You got to sort of have some kind of tough. Then again, let me not say that shit, because Kanye be holding it down. Kanye is far from being a damn tough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake's from Canada though.
Yeah.
No offense to Mr. Just Ray.
But as far as auto-tune killing hip-hop, auto-tune kills hip-hop because auto-tune makes it where everybody can put out a fucking song.
That's true.
Auto-tune puts it, you got this nigga Future running around talking about watch this and shit like that, and you got some other dudes talking about racks on racks on racks, which is the most annoying shit ever. It's killing it because everybody thinks that's hot, and everybody's doing it because that's what they put on the radio.
I like to compare hip hop to the YWC.
Yeah.
You got spinning that, right?
Yeah.
He's mainstream. Everybody knows spinning that. He's what represents the YWC. If they mention it on television, more than likely spinning that's name would be the first name mention, right?
Yeah.
But he's not the best.
He's not.
The best shooters in the YWC don't even have 600 subscribers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The garbage ones have thousands. You know what I'm saying? The whack ones have thousands. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say and throw out names. I could do that because I really don't care, but I don't feel like answering a whole bunch of questions in my inbox right now and shit like that. Even though y'all probably gonna ask me those shits anyway. But you know what I'm saying? The good, you know, the really good ones, the funny ones, the ones that are creative like us three here. You know what I'm saying? And some other ones. You know, we're the you know, there's a group of us that are the best shooters in the YWC, but they'll say names like Spinning-Ed and a few other people, you know what I'm saying, before they say us, because people just don't know us.
Yeah.
We don't get that love. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep grinding and stuff. But that's how I compare it. You know, I can compare hip hop to the YWC, or you can pretty much compare, you know, hip hop to anything really.
I don't know.
I missed the whole part where I was talking about Lil Wayne and Cash Money and all that shit. I think my shit has stopped recording like probably when I started talking about it.
Damn.
We recording now though, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't know, man. Hip hop's never gonna die.
Nah.
It's never gonna die because hip hop is not just a music; it's a culture. You can't kill a culture.
And see, that's why you really can't hate on Soulja Boy or, you know, anybody else that changes the game. Because let me tell you, when hip hop first started, it wasn't about the rapper. It was not about the MC. The MC is actually the last element to join hip hop. I mean, there was an MC when hip hop started, but he wasn't like rapping. He was like to the hip hop, you know, wave your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care. That was the MC. You know what I'm saying? The main component of hip hop, the star of the show, was the DJ, cutting and scratching, mixing and looping break beats. That was the star. Hip hop's elements were double dutch, graffiti, break dancing and popping. You know what I'm saying? Well, it wasn't really called breakdancing at first. It was called b-boying. But when the mainstream got a hold of b-boying, they dubbed it breakdancing, and that's what it's known as today. But it was b-boying, graffiti, double dutch, skelzies. You know what I'm saying? Wave your hands in the air. You know what I'm saying? The rapper came after. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one of the things that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't with the music and shit like that with them cats. I think it was like a year or two ago when everybody started wearing the throwback jerseys. They're basically being retro. You know what I'm saying? They was basically acting like they was from the late 80s, early 90s hip hop scene because they was trying to relive that. You know what I'm saying? And I respect them for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because they was trying to take hip hop back to what it used to be. But it died so quickly. Like, seriously, that shit ain't even still going. Like, I mean, but I respect them for what they did. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I listen to their music or nothing like that, but I respected them for what they did because they was trying to take hip-hop back to what it used to be. In my honest opinion, hip-hop is about being a lyricist as well. At least that's what it used to be. In my opinion, if all you want to fucking talk about is your jewels, your diamonds, your chains, your cars, your clothes, that's not being a lyricist.
And
that's you being a cocky little asshole.
Damn it, just 1 second.